Alright, in this video, this is the infinite weekly component, this thing that you see not here, but right here in the middle of your screen. This video here is just meant to show you how you can change a few things to get it to look the way you want it to look. I'm not going to dive into the math that's required for all of this. It's nowhere near as complex as the calendar piece, that entire calendar series I did a while back. But this one here is a little bit less invasive, I guess you could say, and just to show you how it works. Okay, this right here will reset it, but obviously nothing changed there because this current date is Wednesday, May 22nd. We can go forward any number of weeks. We can press the reset button again and it'll jump right back to the current date. We can go backwards any number of weeks, and what you'll also notice now is that we have these notification dots. That means I have some events on that particular day. Now let me just click on Friday, May the 3rd. There were 3 events, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, and we can round robin either way on those events. Resetting this, and that's just the basic functionality of it. You can tap on any of these, and what I also want you to notice as well is that it will say whatever month it is here, and then when we get to somewhere, say June, notice we still see May here, but when a new month pops up, we'll actually show that date right there. And this will also work for all of the other months as well. Notice right here we jump from June to July. And again, this component here is called the Weekly Calendar Infinite V7. Several revisions. I've talked to several of you about this, and this is the, I guess you can say, the finished product. I think all the bugs are worked out. And if we head on over to the globals for this component, down here at the bottom you have a bunch of locked components. No need to mess with those, but if you're curious about, the math behind it, you can see some of these codes here do have some math going on. But some of the things you can change, the font, you can change the font to your liking, you can adjust the width of the component itself. You will have to adjust some other heights to get that to look the way you want it to look, or maybe you just want to scale the component itself. That's fine as well. We can change the height of the rectangles of the days of the week. The agenda rectangle height, that's going to be this piece you see down here at the bottom. You can see it's getting bigger and it's getting smaller. Text size, smaller, bigger, even bigger, but again you'll have to adjust your padding there. This global here should be locked as well, no need to mess with that. We can move our dates up, we can move them down, we can move them right, or we can move them left. The same applies to the actual month. We can move it down, we can move it up. Now it looks like a hot mess, but I can take my notification and we can move it down like that. Whatever you want to do to it. And yeah, that's just some of the basic things you can do. Now this definitely does not look good anymore, but I wanted to show you this anyway. So your notification dot, right now it's a black color. Let's change it to a red. This hide color, we actually don't need to mess with that either, so that one could be a locked global as well. Weekday Day Background, let's see what this changes. So that's actually going to change this piece up here and the background here where we have our buttons to cycle through the weeks and the reset button. Weekday Day color, that's the actual days of the week that you see here in green now. The date background, that's going to be those pieces there. Now it may be a good idea to change your notification color there, but I'm just showing you what controls what. The date color, it's going to be these that you see here, as well as the month. The agenda background, probably know which one this is, right there. I think I have that somewhat of a semi-transparent. I do. Make it solid. Not very appealing, but just showing you what you can change here. So the agenda color 1 is changing some of the buttons as well as some of the text on our agenda. And then the agenda color 2, that changed the reset button as well as these here, but it's kind of blending in with that background there. And other than that, I mean, again, down here, if you want to learn about the math going on, feel free to check out those locked globals. And yeah, pick this up from my free components folder, the Weekly Calendar Infinite V7. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And that's it for this video. I hope it helped.